Hello. In the previous video, we wrote a program to build a string using UARTECHO and printed the same string or message back to PuTTY console. In this video, we will write more code to implement functionality of backspace key, message overflow, and message parsing. So you could see here there are no changes done to main noartas.c. The changes are appearing only in uartecho.c. Let me go to the code lines, the new code lines here. Until here, the code remains same as the previous example or the previous video. And the line number 103, here I'm checking if the input, the keypad value being pressed into the PuTTY is backspace. If it's a backspace, then I have to delete a character from the message which I'm trying to build, which is console typed message. So I reduce the length of the message by 1 and I clear or force a null character to that place to remove the particular positioned character. And else if my console typed message length is more than message max length, which is 320 characters here, I have defined this here as unsigned int 32 message max length 320 characters. In that case, I should print a message saying overflow, and I should clear both the length of the console typed message and the console typed message. So I have to clear both, and this line does that. And I have already explained how do I clear this using a user defined function, which is here. I can show it to you again, which is here, the string clear function. Next, we had this already when the enter key is pressed. Until enter key is not pressed, you keep on building a string using input and you keep increasing the length of the message. Line number 119, which checks for if the enter key is pressed. If the enter key is pressed, in the previous example, we wrote the same message which we built using the above code lines onto the PuTTY, but this time in this example we are doing a different feature where I will calculate if all the characters from the console being read are spaces. In that case, we don't have to do anything. For that, these lines helps me to calculate if every character in the console typed message is space, then I increment the all spaces to calculate the number of spaces, and all spaces is set to 0 in the beginning of this code, and I have defined the all spaces as unsigned int 32, and I have assigned 0 to it in the beginning. Until here I calculate count the number of spaces in the typed message. If the length of the message, the console typed message, is less than or equal to 0, that means nothing is present in the message. Or if the message is completely spaces, then I should do nothing. So I just print or go to the next line on the console. And here is the new thing which I have added to this code, where this is called message parsing. So if I type dash about in the console and click enter, then I should print the details of author, the board, and the time. And to check if the console typed message is same as dash about, I use a user defined function here, which is string starts with, and that function is here, where I check, so I pass the typed message here and the substring, which is the comparison string, and I compare each character of this string and this string here for its length. If everything is same, if every character is same, then I will return 1. If not, if something if something is not equal, then I return 1. If every character is same in both strings, then I return 0. Then I check that value here. If the string starts with is returning 0, then I get inside this code to print some of the information, such as author, board, time. Author is a constant char. I have defined it here, constant char. It's an array of characters and my name. Similarly for board, I have defined this as well here as constant char, board, TI CC3235SF. And the interesting part is, if you use this underscore underscore time underscore underscore, this is a macro which directly prints time and date respectively using this code line. And here I have defined a local variable of length, maximum length, which is 320 characters, and I named it as output message. So what I'm basically doing is I am building my own string here using sprintf. The output message will be copied with this information, and you see here this %s. So this %s will be replaced by the information you keep in author, and this builds a string of output message, and the same will be printed in the next line using uartwrite. And I'm overwriting the output message again with board information, and here again with time and date information, and I print that onto the uartwrite, and that goes to the console. And here else, the character, if it's not dash about, if it's anything apart from dash about, then I would say that message is not understood using these code lines. And after you do a message passing, or after you do a message passing and you see you have to clear the console typed message and the length of it. So I use this line for that. And since you are using sprintf and you are dealing with the strings, we should add two header files, which are string.h and stdio.h. And I have also defined this as a global function, which is string starts with. This function body is in the same file, so to refer from one function to another function, you have to declare that as an extern uint8 as here. And then you can see I have defined some more the board and the author here, and then overflow prompt as here. And let's see how does it work. I'll show you an example of my execution. So when I type dash about, you see I get this information. And if you type anything else apart from dash about, it will give you message not understood. And then to check the backspace functionality, I type 1 2 3 4 5 6 and then I delete 3 characters, and then I type, it's saved only 1 2 3, so it just removed 3 characters from the back. And so let's check message overflow. I just keep typing characters for more than 320. As soon as I see that, I will get an overflow. See, overflow. Also, let's check what happens when I type only the spaces. I'm just typing spaces here, click enter, doesn't do anything. Just keep on clicking enter, doesn't do anything. Space again. So we just tested all our features just being implemented. In the upcoming videos, we will use this message parsing functionality very frequently for different types of hardware functionality, and we can see that later. That's all. Thank you.